Welcome to this educational video on trigonometry. Today we're diving into the sine double angle formula, one of the most important trigonometric identities you'll encounter in mathematics. This formula allows us to express the sine of twice an angle in terms of the sine and cosine of the angle itself. Here's what it looks like. On the left side we have sine of 2 theta. That's the sine of double the angle. On the right side, we express this using the sine and cosine of the original angle theta. Understanding this formula will help you simplify complex trigonometric expressions, solve equations more efficiently, and tackle advanced problems in calculus and physics. We'll break it down step by step with clear visuals and examples so you can master it with confidence. Throughout this video, we'll explore how this elegant relationship between angles and trigonometric functions opens up new possibilities in mathematical problem solving. Now we're ready to define the sine double angle formula. This is one of the most important trigonometric identities you'll encounter. This formula states that the sine of 2 theta equals 2 times the sine of theta times the cosine of theta. Let's break down each component to understand what this means. On the left side, we have sine of 2 theta. This represents the sine of an angle that is twice as large as our original angle theta. On the right side, we have 2 times sine theta times cosine theta. This shows us how to calculate the sine of the double angle using the sine and cosine of the original angle. To better understand this relationship, let's visualize it using the unit circle. This will help us see how the double angle relates to the original angle. Here we have the unit circle. The angle theta is shown in blue, and the double angle 2 theta is shown in red. Notice how the double angle is exactly twice as large as the original angle. This sine double angle formula is fundamental in trigonometry. It creates a bridge between single angles and double angles, allowing us to solve complex problems more easily. We'll be using this formula extensively in our upcoming examples and applications. Remember this formula well. Sine of 2 theta equals 2 sine theta cosine theta. In the next section, we'll explore how this formula is derived from more basic trigonometric principles. Now we'll derive the sine double angle formula step by step. This derivation will show you exactly where the formula comes from and why it works. We begin with the angle sum identity for sine. This fundamental identity tells us how to find the sine of the sum of 2 angles. To derive the double angle formula, we make a special substitution. We set both alpha and beta equal to the same angle theta. When we substitute theta for both alpha and beta in our angle sum identity, we get sine of theta plus theta on the left side. The left side simplifies beautifully. Theta plus theta equals 2 theta, so we have sine of 2 theta. Now we look at the right side. We have sine theta, cosine theta, plus cosine theta, sine theta. Notice that both terms are identical, so we can combine them. Since we have 2 identical terms, sine theta, cosine theta, plus sine theta, cosine theta, this equals 2 times sine theta, cosine theta. And there we have it. We've successfully derived the sine double angle formula. Starting from the angle sum identity and making the simple substitution of theta for both angles, we arrived at our final result. This derivation shows us that the double angle formula isn't just a random mathematical fact. It's a natural consequence of the more general angle sum identity. Understanding this connection helps us see the beautiful structure underlying trigonometry. Remember this key result. Sine of 2 theta equals 2 sine theta cosine theta. This formula will be essential for solving more complex trigonometric problems. Now that we understand the standard sine double angle formula, there are actually 2 other useful forms of this identity that can make certain problems much easier to solve. Here's our familiar standard form that we've been working with, but mathematics gives us flexibility through equivalent expressions. The first alternative form expresses sine of 2 theta as the square of sine theta plus cosine theta minus 1. This form is particularly useful when you know the sum of sine and cosine. Let me show you why this works. We'll start by expanding the square of sine theta plus cosine theta. We start with the expression sine theta plus cosine theta, all squared. Using the perfect square formula, this expands to sine squared theta plus 2 sine theta cosine theta plus cosine squared theta. Notice that middle term, 2 sine theta cosine theta. This is exactly our standard double angle formula. We can rearrange this by grouping sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta together. Since sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1 by the Pythagorean identity, we get 1 plus 2 sine theta cosine theta. And since 2 sine theta cosine theta equals sine of 2 theta, we have 1 plus sine of 2 theta. Therefore, if we subtract 1 from both sides, we get our first alternative form. Sine of 2 theta equals sine theta plus cosine theta squared minus 1. Now let's look at the second alternative form, which involves the tangent function. The second alternative form expresses sine of 2 theta as 2 tangent theta divided by 1 plus tangent squared theta. This form is especially useful when you only know the tangent of the angle. To derive this form, we start with our standard formula and express everything in terms of tangent. We begin with our standard form. Sine of 2 theta equals 2 sine theta cosine theta. We can rewrite this as 2 times sine theta over cosine theta times cosine squared theta. Since sine theta over cosine theta is tangent theta, we get 2 tangent theta times cosine squared theta. Now we use the identity that cosine squared theta equals 1 over 1 plus tangent squared theta. This gives us our second alternative form, 2 tangent theta divided by 1 plus tangent squared theta. Let's summarize all three forms and discuss when each is most useful. Here are all three equivalent forms of the sine double angle formula. Each form has its own advantages depending on the problem you're solving. Use the standard form when you know both sine and cosine of theta. Use the second form when you know the sum of sine and cosine theta. And use the third form when you only know the tangent of theta. Having these three forms in your toolkit makes you much more flexible in solving trigonometric problems. These alternative forms demonstrate the beautiful interconnectedness of trigonometric functions and provide powerful tools for solving complex problems. Now we'll work through our first example to see how the sine double angle formula can simplify trigonometric expressions. This is a fundamental skill that will make your calculations much easier. Here's our expression, 4 sine theta cosine theta. Our goal is to simplify this using the sine double angle formula we learned earlier. First, let's recall our sine double angle formula. Sine of 2 theta equals 2 sine theta cosine theta. This is the key identity we'll use to simplify our expression. Now let's work through the simplification step by step. I'll show you each transformation clearly so you can follow along. Step 1, we need to factor out the coefficient. Notice that our expression 4 sine theta cosine theta can be written as 2 times 2 sine theta cosine theta. Now I want you to notice something important. The part 2 sine theta cosine theta looks exactly like the right side of our double angle formula. Step 2, we can now apply our double angle formula. Since 2 sine theta cosine theta equals sine of 2 theta, we can substitute this into our expression. Let me clear the screen and show you our final simplified result. Here's our final result. 4 sine theta cosine theta simplifies to 2 sine of 2 theta. This is much cleaner and easier to work with in further calculations. The key insight here is to always look for patterns in your expressions that match known trigonometric identities. When you see sine theta times cosine theta, think about the double angle formula. This type of simplification is incredibly useful because it makes integration, differentiation, and further algebraic manipulation much easier. You'll see this technique used frequently in calculus and advanced trigonometry. Now that we've mastered this basic simplification, we're ready to tackle more complex problems using the same principles. Now we'll solve a more complex trigonometric equation using the sine double angle formula. This will demonstrate how the formula becomes a powerful tool for solving equations that would otherwise be very difficult. Here's our equation. Sine of 2 theta equals cosine of theta. At first glance, this might seem challenging because we have different trigonometric functions and different angles. The key insight is to use our sine double angle formula. We know that sine of 2 theta equals 2 sine theta cosine theta. Let's substitute this into our equation. Now we need to rearrange this equation to standard form. We'll move all terms to one side by subtracting cosine theta from both sides. This is the crucial step. Notice that both terms contain cosine theta as a factor. We can factor out cosine theta from both terms. Now we can apply the zero product property. If the product of two factors equals 0, then at least one of the factors must equal 0. Now we solve each case separately. For the first case, cosine theta equals 0. We need to find all angles where the cosine function equals 0. For the second case, we have 2 sine theta minus 1 equals 0. We can solve this by adding 1 to both sides and then dividing by 2. Combining both cases, we get our complete solution. The equation sine of 2 theta equals cosine theta has 4 solutions in the interval from 0 to 2 pi. This example demonstrates the power of the sine double angle formula in solving trigonometric equations. By recognizing when to apply the formula and using algebraic techniques like factoring, we can solve equations that initially appear quite complex. Now we'll explore a fascinating real-world application of the sine double angle formula in physics, specifically in wave interference phenomena. Wave interference occurs when two or more waves meet and combine. The superposition principle tells us that the resulting wave is simply the sum of the individual waves at each point. Consider two waves with the same amplitude A and frequency omega, but with a phase difference phi. The first wave is A sine of omega t, and the second wave is A sine of omega t plus phi. According to the superposition principle, the total wave is the sum of the two individual waves. This gives us y total equals A sine omega t plus A sine of omega t plus phi. Now, we can simplify this expression using trigonometric identities. This is where our sine double angle formula becomes useful. Step 1. We factor out the amplitude A from both terms. This gives us A times the quantity sine omega t plus sine of omega t plus phi. Step 2. We apply the sum to product identity. The identity states that sine A plus sine B equals 2 sine of A plus B over 2 times cosine of A minus B over 2. Step 3. We substitute our values. Here, A equals omega t and B equals omega t plus phi. This gives us the expression shown. Step 4. Simplifying the expression, we get 2A cosine of phi over 2 times sine of omega t plus phi over 2. This is our final result for the superposed wave. The key insight is that the resultant amplitude is 2A cosine of phi over 2. This shows how the phase difference phi determines whether we get constructive or destructive interference. Now let's work through a specific example. Consider two waves with amplitude 1 and a phase difference of 60 degrees, or pi over 3 radians. Substituting into our formula, A resultant equals 2 times 1 times cosine of pi over 6. This simplifies to 2 cosine of pi over 6. Since cosine of pi over 6 equals square root of 3 over 2, we get 2 times square root of 3 over 2, which equals square root of 3, approximately 1.73. This result shows that the two waves interfere constructively, creating a resultant wave with amplitude square root of 3, which is larger than either individual wave. The connection to the double angle formula becomes clear in wave analysis. When the phase difference is 0, we get maximum constructive interference with amplitude 2A. This mathematical relationship connects directly to the sine double angle formula, which appears frequently in wave analysis and signal processing applications. In summary, wave interference demonstrates practical applications of trigonometric identities in physics. The resultant amplitude depends on phase difference, and double angle formulas naturally appear in wave superposition analysis. These principles are fundamental in acoustics, optics, and signal processing. We've reached the end of our comprehensive exploration of the sine double angle formula. This has been an exciting journey through one of trigonometry's most important and useful identities. The heart of everything we've learned is this fundamental formula. Sine of 2 theta equals 2 sine theta cosine theta. This elegant relationship connects the sine of a double angle to the sine and cosine of the original angle. Throughout this video, we covered several key concepts that build your understanding of this important identity. We started by deriving the formula from the angle sum identity, showing you exactly where it comes from and why it works. We explored alternative forms of the formula, including the tangent version, which gives you flexibility in solving different types of problems depending on what information you have available. We demonstrated how this formula simplifies complex trigonometric expressions, making seemingly difficult problems much more manageable. This is one of its most practical applications in mathematics. We also saw how the double angle formula helps solve trigonometric equations efficiently, providing a powerful tool for finding exact solutions that would otherwise be very challenging to obtain. Finally, we explored real-world applications, particularly in wave interference, showing how this mathematical concept directly applies to physics and engineering problems you might encounter in advanced studies. Remember that the sine double angle formula has several alternative forms. The tangent form we discussed can be particularly useful when you're working with problems involving tangent functions. The applications we covered represent just the beginning of where you'll encounter this formula. From wave physics to signal processing to advanced engineering calculations, this identity appears throughout science and technology. The key to mastering the sine double angle formula is practice. Work through more examples, try different types of problems, and look for opportunities to apply this identity in your coursework. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, leave a comment with your questions or suggestions for future topics, and subscribe to our channel for more comprehensive math tutorials. Your engagement helps us create better content for students like you. Thank you for joining me on this mathematical journey. Keep practicing, stay curious, and remember that every expert was once a beginner. The sine double angle formula is now part of your mathematical toolkit. Use it well